Uh, thank you, everyone. First of all, my sincere apology for the hiccups, and I know my time's already gone, but thank you for patience and giving me the other opportunity to start. So first of all, yeah, this is my topic, and as you would have realized in my abstract as I sent it, I mentioned that this is an ongoing research that I'm doing, and this is from my proposal towards my master's degree, and I'm looking at it in a way to bring more insight into what I can do. But I'm so privileged to be given the opportunity to present some of the preliminary findings that I have discovered in regard to this topic. So I have talked about my topic. As I said, it is an ongoing research. I've done quite a fair bit of work with schools and children and my students at the university. And so I'm so keen to see if I can continue with this, maybe towards my master's, if I have the opportunity to do so. So I'm trying to bring an insight on this ongoing master's research and the preliminary findings that I had experienced with my students, with teachers, with schools and activities that I have organized and carried out in the past years. As we realize, it is very important for us in schools, and Solomon Island is no exception, that PE is a very important subject, and it is a subject that teaches holistic development to the students. So this is one of the reasons why I pursue in organizing and advocating and promoting the uses of these local materials. It is not easy. It's a big challenge, as you would have realized in the abstract, that in the Solomons we face a lot of challenges as far as PE is concerned in its delivery and the curriculum. But we do have some answers, as I've experienced, maybe probably through the use of the local materials. And so my objective is an on-site insight from my research, which is still going. The question that comes to mind, and there are the one or two, but what I want to look at is how can local materials can be used in indigenous games in the physical activities, PE and sports in the country. And that is the question that highlights the importance of this topic. As I mentioned, I'm collecting data, and hopefully in a year or two, probably next year, I would come up with some kind of conclusion on this work. But there are already findings in activities that have been organized in games. Last year I went to one of the parts of the country in the Western Province, and I've organized a PE workshop with the Noro community. And last year we've organized a game which is called the Shell Coconut Games. I based my work around learning through hands-on experiences, which is through the constructivist learning theory. And I do believe that it is culturally embedded in a lot of the traditional games and a lot of the materials that we do have. So it is related to this theory of Lanson. So it can be culturally responsive to our needs. And of course, I do very much believe in say sustainability. So if we use a lot of local materials, it's more or less environmentally friendly, can be sustainable. You look after the environment. So yes, that is another idea behind this research. And of course, I'll be using a lot of visual information through photographs, videotapes, and other sources to connect the theories with the work that I do. So there are a lot of challenges that we do face in the country. As you can realize, there are a lot of this lack of modern equipment, lack of resources and funding, and therefore we have the opportunity to look at what is relevant and what is more available, readily available, what is friendly to the environment. And so there are opportunities where we can work together with all the stakeholders. It's an opportunity to be collaborative, being innovative and creative. We do integrate subjects and, of course, promote sustainable development and cultural values that we learn from these traditional games and the local materials that we would experience. So from the activities that I carried out some years way back, some of you might wonder, why didn't you already write up something? Yes, that would be a very good question. So I've started something we call the ECE Games way back in 2012 and 13, 14, 15, 16, and then the corona came in the 20s, so we did not do anything. But yes, these are activities that have already given me evidence and confidence that what I'm trying to promote is working. It's working in the schools and it's working in the communities. Okay. So these are some of the findings that I've already discovered.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Heather.
So as a way of reflection, as you can see, from 2012,
is it okay now?
We've organized games and using the local materials. And during the same year, I went to the most western part of the country, out in the Chozo province. I did a teacher in training course, and with the PE, we've used local materials there, and teachers were so impressed. And they realized that, oh, yeah, we've been trying to ask for things from the people in the town, in the city, but here we are, we've got things in our doorsteps which we can modify, which we can make into, a replica of a sports equipment that we can use. So maybe that can help to activate and promote PE and sports in the schools. So, and then 2013, there was omission 2013. We had one in 2015. And then last year, we had a very exciting tournament, which is called the Shell Coconut Tournament, which we just used the shells and the tennis ball. And then there's the game. But to me, it's a very dynamic game. That game is a dynamic game for me, and we would claim it's one of our traditional games in the Solomons. So for me, where then? So I do hope if I have the chance to do my master's, then maybe that's when I complete my data collections, maybe some of data collections. And of course, from what you've heard and realized, and I'm so confident about all these local materials, I would share and recommend findings and continue to advocate for integration of local materials and indigenous games for PE curricula, and then collaborate with the stakeholders, schools and communities, and of course the policymakers. So what are the impact? And I have already experienced the impact, but these are some of the anticipated impact as far as the research would concern. So there's enhancement and motivation in student participation in PE. There's improved fitness. And of course, I do believe in shell coconut, the motor skills that children learn to apply in the game is just phenomenal. And I do believe that a lot of Solomon Islanders, and I can make this bold statement, and a lot of us have learned a lot of our motor skills through playing the game they call shell coconut. And of course, there is this sustainable development. It is very cost effective if we can use it in our PE program. And then there is potential for scaling up this approach in other regions. So I do believe that this would be the way maybe to close the gap in schools where schools are not teaching PE just because they don't have the equipment. If we could use the local materials, use the indigenous games, then there would be a way forward for PE. And already in the findings, in the workshops, and in the games that we organize, there's already potential, and it's gaining some momentum, and I do believe there is already a positive impact in those who were involved with the activities. So, yeah, I'll continue and maybe call to do further research with my work. Thank you very much. This is a short presentation. Like I said, this is an ongoing research. I do believe maybe it can be finished by next year. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Patrick. We can applaud you. And so if anybody have some question, can ask to Patrick.
Yes.
I have a question, Patrick, concerning your plan of for data collection. Which kind of data do you think you can collect for your research to prove the interest of your physical activities? I don't know, maybe in comparison of other physical activities. So what kind of data do you think you have to collect?
I would like to, initially in my proposal, I'd like to use the mixed method of research, qualitative and quantitative, to get the feedback from both teachers and students on their feelings, on their thoughts, on the experience that they would have. So yes, I would do a survey and maybe a research group working with them, maybe in that area, and maybe some observation, continue to observe, maybe the peaked group that maybe I would like to work on. I know it would be a very big group, but maybe that would be the approach, if that would answer your question.
Thank you, Patrick. Other question? Séverine Boire.
Thank you, Patrick, for your presentation. You talk about indigenous games, and I were wondering, maybe could you give us an example of this kind of indigenous games or ancient indigenous games? Because this is very interesting and very, I think, quite original too.
Here on the screen, if you look at 2024, last year we organized a game. We normally call it Sela coconut in the pidgin word. Sela for shell, and coconut is for coconut. And it is used after you grate the coconut, the shells are just thrown away. All right? We either use it for fire, cooking, or people can use it for utensils, the shells, or now people make jewelries out of the shells, but we use it for the game. So we have about 15 of them, and then we have this, we use the tennis ball for it. But in the village, when you don't have the tennis ball, you can weave. So if you look in the picture somewhere here, I think, yeah, you would see a woven ball out of the coconut leaf. And that's more environmentally friendly, using the shells and the coconut that is woven from the ball. And so the game is played with two teams. There are rules. The rules varies because the different parts of children have their own version. But yes, in the game you got skills like catching, throwing, jumping, dodging, skipping, rolling, and all these fundamental movement skills and game skills are in the game. So this is one of our traditional games. And then there are stick games that you play with a stick. And yeah, there are many others. But this is the game I'll be working on more, because I know it can be made. And people from other countries would love to play it. Thank you.
Thank you. I really think that a very comprehensive presentation, description of these games can be quite very interesting.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Another question?
Yes, just thank you for the presentation. I was just wondering, just to follow the question of Severin, if those games, traditional games, are famous and spread all over all the province or the schools, and if compared to, I don't know, soccer or rugby, and if you have data to collect, if you are confident in the fact that you can collect from all schools some data on the traditional games. Thank
you for that idea. So if I go back to the shell coconut, I know the children do play them in the villages even before they go to school. So if you tell them, okay, let's play shell coconut, there's no need to teaching them what the game is about. They would just pick up the ball and the shells, and then there they go. But yes, so last year, the work I did last year with my students and 3 other schools was to try and formalize the rule. So probably that would be another write-up for me. So we tried to formalize the rule. So yeah, if I have the chance, I would share some of the photos we had. There is a video clip on it. Someone did a video clip on it. So we standardized the diameters of the playing area. And so we modified some of the rules so it becomes standardized, so everyone gets to understand it. So my student worked on it, and then we gave the modified rules to the schools before the tournament. So when they come to the tournament, they already know what the modified rules are. So it was interesting. But yes, to go to the schools and collect more data about what games are played there. yes, it's something that I should do, and it's work for us to do. Yeah, but yeah, I'm so excited about this. So yeah.
Okay, thank you, Patrick. And I think the time is over. So thank you very much for your presentation. And I hope we will see you, see another presentation of you in the next time, and maybe with new results on new data. Thank you so much, Patrick.
Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully, I can see you during the second man. I'm not so sure if that works out. But I'm so grateful for Falah and all those who I have mentioned and many others that I forgot. But I'm so grateful for the opportunity since I joined Falah last year and had a presentation there similar to this, which was on ECE games. But I'm so grateful to have learned many things through Falah and the collaboration I had with you lot. So thank you very much.